Welcome back to episode 2 of the Ironman V2 series. Got a lot done in episode 1. We've got our pride and our joy in our inventory as I ponder what to do next, but I think I've got a bit of a plan. Something that shouldn't take too long, but will be definitely a huge step in the right direction for this account. Now, it doesn't need to start with this, but I want it to start with this. I've been getting a lot of bird eggs as I AFK woodcut here. And I felt as well, it's probably good to show the bank for posterity's sake. So I can look back at these humble days as my bank changes from an absolute mess filled with quest items that I think I'll need. Who knows, maybe it'll look a little different one day. But anyway, we've got ourselves 3 bird nests that I wanted to use. I thought I had more of these, not gonna lie, but I thought it'd be a nice little start to the video, get our first prayer experience on the account. I've never done this before, but I think you can sacrifice these eggs to this shrine over here. They don't need to be in the bird nest. So if we use these from the get-go, I think I get prayer XP. Yes, that would be nice. So we go from 1 to 3 prayer, 30 combat, and oh, that's kind of pretty actually. I didn't even see the little the visuals of the birds flying away. Very nice. Back in the olden days, you used to be able to get a couple of different pets, I believe, via the summoning skill, but I'll take 100 XP and a pretty little animation. I suppose it's better than nothing. As for the plan, now that the eggs are out of the way, what I'd like to do to start things off is get myself 37 magic. I want some teleports to get around the map, and considering that I still haven't got any form of teleportation aside from a chronicle, things are a little grim. So the plan of attack will be to get 37 magic, maybe kill some implings along the way, ideally with the magic skill. But at that point, I like to go and buy some lore runes, and I think, that is so nice, actually. Oh my god. I need to record randomly more often. It gives me way better RNG. But yeah, we'll be heading off to the wilderness, go to the magic shop and buy some lore runes, and since we earned a bunch of money in the previous episode, I'm not even worried about wasting it. So we're going to be absolutely stocked up with lore runes. We just need to earn the right to be able to use them. So with that said, I'm going to get stuck into a bit of magic training, probably at the sand crabs in all honesty. But yeah, I'll be back once we've hit 37 and we can start teleporting around the map. No way. Dude, this place is amazing. How have I never been here before? I was here strictly to kill sand crabs and get magic levels, but we've made a minor detour and we've got every single bead we need in like 5 minutes. This is unexpected, but I'll take it. And I think I'll have a tactical 875 EXP or less to go at level 36, approaching 37. That way we can complete the Imp Catcher quest and get the 37 magic at the same time. That'll be a cute little sequence there. But yeah, this place is sick. I was here for strictly crab business, but there is a lot of implings around, and it's just overall a pleasant place to be. Alright, so we're just rocking up to the Wizard's Tower now, and I just noticed, like, with the GPU plugin, you can see super far, and this bridge, it used to feel very, very long to cross, but now it's just like half a click. It's like you can get so much distance with one click these days. It's the scale of the map has definitely been like perceptually altered, at least without all that fog being all over the place. But here we have the the collection, the handing in of the impling beads. Not gonna lie though, the the process of getting my magic up with sand crabs was a lot more painful than I thought. I actually got destroyed at the crabs and ended up needing to kill seagulls. So this 875 magic experience is actually quite valuable to me because, look, it's a little bit embarrassing having to kill seagulls all the time. And one day I'll be strong enough to fend off the sand crabs, but today is not the day. So now that we've completed the quest, what I'm going to be doing is heading off to Lumbridge, and obviously I'd love to teleport to Lumbridge or Falador or what have you, but in order to do that, we will first need to go into the deep wilderness and get ourselves some lore runes. So the way I'm going to get there, and the way I'm going to be, getting between Lumbridge and Ardy, slash deep wildy is by using the canoe system. What I've been doing is using this to get to edgefill, and then from there we go use the lever into deep wildy. And this time we won't actually be going to Ardoon because we'll be making a pit stop in the deep wilderness itself. So we'll be heading there now. I'll grab maybe a knife. I don't want to like accidentally risk my rune skimming. I can't like protect it or anything, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting these lore runes because walking around is an absolute nuisance, and I'm a bit over it, to be honest, so this will be good. I want to buy at least 1,000 lore runes. I completely forgot to use my lamp here. I wanted to get a prayer level as well when I did that quest. I like to do a couple different things at once. But yeah, 7 prayers, nice. I get the feeling 43 is not going to be too difficult, but also of note is that this is the first amulet that I've acquired that's actually got some offensive bonuses. The Glariel's, or the gnome, is low-key really good in the defensive department, but the amulet of accuracy will be my next best training amulet for the time being, and I'm hoping to upgrade that as soon as possible because it's a little bit grim in the stats department. And we are officially safe. No detours this time around. And come to think of it, I think I also will need to end up buying some cosmic runes while I'm here. I'm not going to buy nature's, but I'll explain why in a little bit. So for now, lore runes and cosmics. Let's see how many I can get. Alright, so about 260-ish thousand coins later, we have ourselves 1,000 lores and about 100 cosmics, which I think will be fine for now. But I think it's about time we talk about the elephant in the room. And that would be me. I am the elephant. My agility is level 1. My run energy depletes extremely quickly, and it takes me 12 minutes to get it back. So in terms of my ability to move around the map, I'm pretty useless. So we're going to initiate the plan. And it's not some elaborate plan, but I would like to get my agility up for multiple reasons. And the most obvious being getting full graceful. Getting full graceful not only would quicken up my run restoration rate, but it would enable me to move around the map with heavy shit and not be totally bogged down. So interestingly enough, this process is going to start with me doing the Knight Sword quest, and that will be obvious as to why that is going down while I explain the rest of it, but you'll kind of just have to follow me for this one. So I'm going to get stuck into this quest and beat an impling to death with a staff before I do so. So yeah, I'll be back when the Knight's Sword is complete. Alright, I lied. The quest hasn't really even started, to be honest. I can't even get in here. That is... yeah, that's a problem, actually. I need to get a red berry pie for this quest, and the Cook's Guild is somewhere where you can purchase them, but you need to be 32 cooking to get into the friggin' guild in the first place, so all I can do is kick the door. I can't access the guild. I need to find a way how to find myself a pie. This is not going well. I suppose there's just a lot of things that you don't account for. A red berry pie being difficult to obtain is not one of the things. So now I'm at the Grand Exchange, of all places, noticing that this cabbage cape is horrendously off-center. But anyway, we're going to go to Lumbridge, and before serving up a red berry, we have to first consume a humble pie, as I'm going to be fishing shrimps. Just enough to get to 5 cooking, and then I'll be heading off to Port Sarim. There is a shop that sells sardines there, so I believe if I go there at 5 cooking, I should be able to speed up the process, but as I said, the humble pie needs to be consumed, and first I need to get that 5 cooking on my own. As soon as I got here, I realized there was something missing. That would be a tinderbox. I thought I was being cute. I hopped to a free-to-play world thinking that somebody would light a fire, but apparently I was wrong. There's like 7 people there, but no flames at anybody's feet. So yeah, once again, we're going to take a second bite of the humble pie. I'm now going to be manually running to the range each time, because at this point, I don't know if I need like any more than 2 or 3 inventories, and if I can if I can squeeze out 5 cooking nice and quickly, maybe I can justify just running back and forth between this range, but this is definitely a black mark on my soul right now. This This is a little bit embarrassing. I've played this game for a long time, and moments like these just they make you realize that you're very capable of making hardcore mistakes. But fortunately enough, I think this range is actually improving my cook rate to the point where I can get between 1 and 5 cooking just while talking shit about myself, which is nice. So yeah, once we get this 5 cooking, what I'm going to be doing is using the minigame teleport. I can't use... Never mind, I'm not going to be using the minigame teleport to pest control because I'm only 31 combat, I'm not 40. So we're going to be manually walking to pest control once again, and then we will be buying some raw sardines from the shop. And this time we're going to bring ourselves a tinderbox. I need to get out of here. Alright, so I'm on a little shout out to Garant over here. This guy just does not give a hoot if you light fires in his shop or not. We've been here for, I don't even know, 30 minutes, I guess. That is a bit of a context cue. I thought instead of going for 10 cooking just to cook the pies myself, instead I've decided I'm just going to go all the way to 32 and just buy the damn thing. I don't know how many of you have experienced a quest where it relies on you successfully cooking something, but I just want to remove that variable entirely. If you'd like to reproduce this sort of... are you serious? If you'd like to reproduce this cooking method, it only took me about 5,000 gold before I could go from 5 until 32. I'd recommend perhaps 5,000 or more if you just want to be safe. But all in all, despite the fact that my fire just ran out in front of my level up, this was a fun little method. I've never done it before, and the stock restocks really, really fast. So there it is. 32 cooking, we can now enter the prestigious Chef's Guild, and we can finally buy ourselves a pie and get this Knight Sword quest finally complete. This is the detour I did not expect to happen. Okie doke, everything Knight Sword is going very well right now. I'm just going to pop in real quick to buy a house. I figure if I buy a house now, that'll obviously give me a new point of reference for a teleport to use, and I'm thinking I'm going to put it in Remington. I can use it for this quest to get down south nice and quick, but what I also would like to do is activate the charter ship from the Remington port, so that'll enable me to get back to Land's End nice and quickly, and that is very, very close actually to the wood cutting guild. When you use the ship, you pop out here, and then it's just a short little trip over here. Because I don't have any teleport directly to the guild, I don't have the Rada's Blessing as of yet, that'll be nice and fast TP to get there. I could also set up my house in Solstice, which is something I've done in the past, but with the portal in Remington, I might be able to get some 2-for-1 value. I should have just teleported there right now, to be honest, but I've walked this far, so I'm not going to waste the Lauren, am I? Clearly. But yeah, if I can get dual purpose out of that house location, then it'll be good. If not, I'll just move it to Solstice. Alright, so there is the Squire, the man that will give me the quest completion for the Knight's Sword. It's a good thing I started walking in that previous clip, because turns out I don't have the magic level to even cast the teleport to house. I don't recall it being that high of a magic level to use that spell, but anyway, there is 29 smithing, and the reason why we've gone ahead and done that is that the tourist trap, the quest I would like to do next, has a prerequisite of 20, and this quest is always a really nice one to get out of the way. Pretty famous quest, just for the reward in its own right. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the tourist trap, and I'll show you exactly why I want to get that quest done. Alright, I think this will be a pretty interesting demonstration. As you can see, we've got 100% energy in 12 minutes and 2 seconds. It's counting down. We're going to hand in the tourist trap quests, make Irina cry a little less. But the main thing we're looking for here, we're not looking to please a mother, we're not looking to free a daughter, we're looking to get some agility experience. So we're going to go from level 1 to 20 with one simple click, and we get to do that twice. So we're going to go from 1 to 26. And let's have a look. We go from a 12-minute regen to full to about an 8 minutes. So we've definitely improved our run regen, and we are a little less of an elephant because of it. But tourist trap complete. It is time to do the grand tree. Alright, and there is another iconic quest out of the way. With the 25 prereq in agility, that's a bit steep, and I wanted to get it done last episode, but yeah, sitting at 1 agility just wasn't going to cut the mustard for that one. But in any case, that's a bunch of experience and a lot of different skills. Combat level also firing along quite nicely, sitting at 32. I will get my defense up just so I can elevate that to 40. I would like to go to pest control. I like that place. It gets a bad rap. And I understand it's for a good reason. It's a prison for a lot of people, but for some reason I've just got Stockholm Syndrome and I enjoy being there. But for now, I'm going to jump on to an actual agility course to train my skill, and thankfully with the unlocked teleports, we can get here nice and quickly. So I'm going to run around in circles until I get dizzy, and yeah, we'll see how much I can do in terms of agility. I would like to get 40 for Canifis, but I don't have the Priest in Parole done just yet, so it might be a little while before I get that done. But anyway, pest control and agility, something like that. Sounds like the plan for now. Alright, I have to equip the Excalibur. Alright, so I lasted about 9 laps at Varrock, and without quest helper, I am a man with his pants down right now. But yeah, I'm just doing the Merlin's Crystal quest, and we're going to be relaying that into the Holy Grail. I figure if I can do both of those quests, that should give me enough defense levels to get to the point where I get 40 combat and I can do some pest control. So yes, I am built in an alternative fashion. So I'll be back when the Holy Grail is complete. Alrighty, this should be the ending of... Wait, that gives me prayer XP as well? I was here purely for the defense. I was going to say, well, it's 1 defense failed. That account element is now bunk. We have 31 defense, and apparently we just skipped 21 prayer levels as well. I guess I'll take that. No complaints from yours truly, but that will more than definitely allow us to be over 40 combat, and I can finally rest easy at pest control. But my teleport is on a 7-minute cooldown, and I am a bit sick of draining my cash stack for chartership, so I'm going to let that just tick down, and I'm going to get my free final teleport to pest control. I've tried it like 3 times at this point, and I'm looking forward to the teleport actually being possible. It was a beautiful moment, up until I realized that nobody plays pest control at the 40 combat boat, and yeah, a bit sad. But to cheer myself up, I went and did some trusty, reliable quests. Nobody could take away those rewards from me after all, and the first thing I did was the Darks quest. This gave me a little bit of mining XP, and I was inspired. I went and got a few more additional pickaxes because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of mining in the not too distant future. Stars in particular, I'm quite a fan of those, and with a agility experience boost thanks to a lamp, we're now at 40, and we can now use the Canifis course, of course, once we unlock that area. But at this point, I felt like I needed to kill something. Obviously, I'd been through a lot. I went to pest control, I didn't get the outcome I wanted, so something had to die. And obviously, Dragon Slayer was a very natural thing to move towards at this part of the account. The experience is quite nice to get, and the only thing that got in my way was needing 8 crafting to make an unfired bowl. So I promptly got underway with Sheep Shearer and Murder Mystery. This was just to make sure that I had the 32 quest points, along with the 8 crafting required for that unfired bowl for Dragon Slayer. And I decided for the Elvarg fight that I wasn't going to face tank him after not too much time. I realized if I stayed on that trajectory, I probably would have been dead. But after getting into a flinching spot over here, things were smooth sailing. It's something I've never tried before, but quickly picked up. It's not too difficult, and I was a little worried that it'd be challenging to do, but no, it was pretty standard flinching mechanics. But yeah, it was pretty much just a test of patience, that quest. The fight itself was pretty straightforward, and I can't imagine needing full Torva to kill that monster. A little bit overkill, in my opinion. But once Elvarg was dead, we once again returned to Edgeville via the floating log method I seemingly have become quite fond of, until we met up with the visage drop rate boosting mastermind himself, Oziach, who drizzled a healthy dose of experience upon us. I've tried to say that 5 times. Okay, with Dragon Slayer out of the way, it was now time to figure out what to do next, and I didn't know what to do next a whole lot, so that meant I sat at Sand Crabs for a while and thought 45 magic would be a nice thing to unlock, Camelot TP definitely coming in handy, and after that happened, I also didn't know what to do, so much so that I just stayed here until 55 magic, so in an unintentional kind of method, I've managed to unlock one of the most important spells for an Ironman account. I just need to make myself some nature runes in order to use it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves too much. I still have a plan for this video. The whole elephant in the room. I want to avoid being that in the future, and this is one step in that direction. Before, you would have seen that I unlocked the Canifus course via the agility level increase, but of course, in order to access that place, Priest and Peril needed to come first. I don't know what this man is saying at all. I'm just hoping I'm done for the day. But 600 total, very nice. 31 prayer. I feel like that's a bit of a sleeper unlock, actually. Forgive all the filtered prayers. That looks a bit messy, but ultimate strength is actually a really, really handy prayer to have up until about 70. So I'll definitely be flicking that on and off every now and again. But in order to complete and actualize my plan, I'm now going to run around in circles hundreds of times potentially, and hopefully I can get my agility a little bit higher than what it is currently. Hopefully I don't fall off too much. I should also say I've been doing a little bit of mining in the stars, and we can now do the tier 4 stars, so I'm going to be looking out for more of those to AFK when I can, and I'm kind of just enjoying like playing. It's either hardcore questing in focus mode, get as much as I can do done, or it's like sit back, mine a star, or like hit trees. And I'm enjoying both aspects of the game right now, and I'm just super addicted. But let's see if my addiction can maintain whilst doing a bunch of agility laps. We'll see what I can do. Alright, I think this will do me. I don't think I can stand any more agility. But yes, that is 756 laps later. That didn't take long at all. But on top of that, we'll be able to hit, what is this? I guess it's not very suspenseful, you can kind of see. 58, so gone from 40 to 58 agility, just like that. But not only is that the case, we have not left this place at all. And I've been scouting stars in this area. It was kind of like a fun little side mission, just occasionally mine a star or two. But yeah, got a bunch of mining levels as well, so I'm now able to use my rune pick. I think that's also a new development, which is nice. But I'm going to head off to the Rogue's Den and pick myself up a nice little set of armor. I'm assuming that 260 is enough for this. I really hope it is. It'd be tragic if I accidentally bought too many of any of the items, but there is full graceful complete. I'm very satisfied with that. That is going to be massive, and I'm very glad that I pulled that off and got it done this early into the account. This is something I often put off, but full graceful done. We are now ready for the next part of the grind.